What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are having an awesome day. It's definitely humid, it's definitely muggy, but we are getting a video done for you guys today. Today, we are reviewing the 2023 Volvo XC60 B5 all-wheel drive Ultimate. Huge thank you to Heasley over at Beyer Volvo Cars of Dulles, Virginia for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you guys are interested in this particular XC60 or any Volvo product, I'll be sure to have Jamer's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about the exterior and performance. And like I said, this is a 2023 Volvo XC60 B5 all-wheel drive Ultimate. This particular one is the bright themed version. You can get the bright or the dark. It just depends if you want chrome or blacked out accents. And this particular one is painted in the $695 Onyx Black. That paint is $695 because it is a metallic paint. But let's start over here at our headlights. We do have LED headlights as well as LED daytime running lights, active high beams as well as active bending lights. Just below your headlights, you will find your high pressure headlight washer. That comes a part of the $750 climate package. Just below all of that, you will find your LED fog lamps. Let's talk about the grille here for a minute, because like I said, this is the bright theme XC60. So you do get bright chrome bars in the front grille as well as a chrome grille surround. Here is your Volvo emblem. Just below where it says Volvo, you will find your front camera that goes along with your 360-degree view camera. That does come with the Ultimate. Moving towards the bottom of the front bumper, you will find your forward-facing sensors. You got one right here, one right here, one there, one there, one there, and one there for 6 front sensors total. And finally, at the bottom of the front bumper, you will find another chrome trim piece. Right behind your headlights, you will find your $800 21-inch 5 V-spoke black diamond cut alloy wheels wrapped in 255/40 Pirelli Scorpion Zero all-season tires. I think these wheels look really sweet because they do have the machined aluminum base, but they do have like black painted pockets. I think they accent each other very nicely. Just to the right of your wheel and tire setup, you will find your body color mirror caps with integrated turn signals, as well as a camera at the bottom of the mirror right there, as well as your blind spot monitoring on the upper left hand corner of the driver's side mirror and on the upper right hand corner of the passenger side mirror. And back to this being the bright themed XC60, you do also get bright integrated roof rails as well as bright window trim. The Ultimate does come with illuminated door handles, so that your light is right there. This does have keyless access. All you gotta do is put your hand behind here, vehicle unlocks, or you can press the lock button by running your finger across that square and the vehicle will lock. At the bottom of the passenger doors, you will find your chrome body cladding. The chrome body cladding as well as the window trim surround and the roof rails. All three complement each other very nicely, and especially complement each other nicely with these wheels. I think it looks super sleek. And if you guys do not like the chrome or the bright, as Volvo calls it, you can get the dark or the blacked out accents. I personally am a fan of the blacked out accents, but I think that this still looks very elegant. At the rear end of the Volvo XC60, you will find your LED taillights as well as your LED turn signals and your LED backup lights. You will see that Volvo is written out at the center of your power liftgate, and on the lower left hand corner of your power liftgate it says XC60. On the lower right hand corner it says B5 all-wheel drive in chrome lettering. Like I mentioned, this is a power liftgate. All you got to do is come under this L, put your hand on this pad, and the power liftgate will open up. If you guys want the power liftgate, that is a $200 option. Good amount of storage space back here in the trunk. Opening this up reveals your spare tire. Closing that, so if you get a, God forbid, a flat tire on the road, just know your spare tire is under your trunk. 12-volt power outlet back here, as well as this luggage cover. This luggage cover is a $330 option, so you guys can either skip it or add it. But what's nice about it is that if you have valuables in your trunk, you can close it and hide it just like that, and thieves or whoever won't be able to see what you have in your trunk if it is of any value. A little bit more storage space down over here. And yeah, that's about it for the trunk. I guess one more thing I guess I could mention is that you see that little opening right there. You can put your skis through there. If you're going skiing and your skis are just too long, you can send them through there for a little bit extra room. Closing that power operated tailgate, push on that button and the tailgate comes down. here is your rear view camera. So you get a rear view camera, 2 side view cameras, and a frontal camera that goes along with your 360-degree view camera. That 360-degree view camera, like I mentioned, does come with the Ultimate. So if you want that, get the Ultimate. Otherwise, you can get the Plus, and you can option it with one of the packages on the Plus. This also does have 6 rear view sensors at the rear, one there, one here, here, and over here as well. You got 2 reflectors, one on the passenger side, one on the driver side, another chrome trim piece at the center of the rear bumper. And you may be able to notice that you do not have visible exhaust tips, and that is because Volvo is trying to do away with CO2 emissions vehicles by 2030. So they are not celebrating anything that has to do with CO2 emissions. So that is why you do not see exhaust tips on really any 2022 and up Volvos. So yeah, let's do a little walk around of the XC60. You do have a capless filler neck in here, so push on this and this opens up. 91 octane is recommended, so just keep that in mind. Like I said, I really am a big fan of this wheel design. I think the black complements the body color very, very nicely. Like I said, if you guys don't like the chrome trim or any of the chrome trim pieces on this XC60, go for the dark XC60. Just something to keep in mind. Let me know what you guys think of the XC60 in the comment section down below. Do you think it is a good looking SUV? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know if you guys have one, if you own one, or if you are looking at purchasing one. Like I said, leave a comment in the comment section down below. But with that said, let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals that 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder with a 48-volt mild hybrid system that has a 13 horsepower starter generator system that makes the automatic stop-start system feel like it's not even there. But going back to that 2-liter 4-cylinder, it makes 247 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission for a 0 to 60 time in 6.5 seconds. Like I said, this is a B5 all-wheel drive, so you can achieve 23 miles per gallon in the city, 29 miles per gallon on the highway, and 25 miles per gallon combined. But if you guys are enjoying the video so far today, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think of the XC60. All those likes and all those comments really help my YouTube channel get promoted further up into the YouTube algorithm. And like I said, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys would hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. I know that's a very ambitious goal, but with your guys' help, I can make that happen. But with all that said, let's move into the interior. Moving into the interior, like I said, this does have keyless access, so all you got to do is have your key fob somewhere on you or in your pocket, put your hand behind the door handle, and the vehicle will unlock. Like I said earlier on in the video, you can also lock the vehicle by running your finger across the square, and you can tell that the vehicle locks because the mirrors fold in. But let's step into the interior and take a look at what this XC60 is made out of. Beautiful amber color Napa leather. It looks very, very elegant, matched to this black pleather. I think it looks super, super sleek. And you do have automatic up and down windows at all 4 corners. You do have power folding side view mirrors, 2 memory seat adjustment settings, your unlock and lock button, aluminum door handle, and plenty of storage space at the bottom of the door panel. This one does have the Harman Kardon sound system. That Harman Kardon sound system does come with the XC60 Ultimate. Beautiful aluminum door sill right here that says Volvo written out. I know the GoPro is not going to pick it up very well, but just know it looks super, super sleek, and it adds to the elegantness of the XC60. I doubt that that's a word, but you know what? I made it a word, so that is now a word. Again, your amber ventilated Napa leather seating looks very, very luxurious, and it's also very, very comfortable. Power front driver seat, power front passenger seat, and let's step in. Beautiful, simple, yet very, very elegant interior. Push to start, so all you got to do, push your foot on the brake and twist this knob to the right, and the vehicle fires up. What's interesting is that this thing doesn't even sound like it's starting up. It just kind of like turns on. That doesn't really make sense, but that's exactly what it sounds like. Like it just kind of like, I mean, it just turns on. I don't know how to describe it, but if you guys get in one of these and start it up, I think you'll realize what I am talking about. Beautiful wood grain trim. You have black trim around your HVAC vents, all 4 on the front dash. This button right here opens up your power lift gate. This is your turn signal stalk, but this is also your headlight control. So you can turn it on, headlights on automatic, headlights always on, headlights on daytime running lights, and this is headlights off. Twist it all the way up. That turns your automatic high beams on. Push it one more time, that turns your automatic high beams off. Let's take a listen to the turn signal. So that's what your turn signal sounds like. Let's take a listen to the horn. That's what your horn sounds like. If you guys are an aggressive driver, you'll probably be using that horn often. Right over here, adaptive cruise control settings. Right over here, these buttons not only adjust the volume and tuning of your radio, but they can also control what's going on in this screen. So let me scoot my seat forward a little bit so I have a little bit better of a view. So it says low fuel. Do you want to find a gas station? So click this to the right. No. Select. That is your select button. If you guys want to know how many miles are on this particular XC60 or any XC60, push on this 0 again, and it brings up your trip manual, and your trip auto. Odometer says 9 miles. This is your trip, so you can reset that. This is your automatic trip. So yeah, that's what that is, and that's tracking how many miles I've had this car out, average speed, how far that I've driven, and the average MPG. If I want to X out of that, press on that button and it X's out of that screen. So taking a look at this beautiful dash, this does have the 12.3-inch digital driver display with 2 display modes, calm and navi. This is navi. Press this button right here and that is calm. On the left hand side of the screen, you will find your analog yet digital speedometer. Right there is your digital speedometer readout. Just below your digital speedometer readout, you will find your speed limit sign. Speed limit sign says 25 miles an hour. This lets us know about our headlight status. Right over here, lane keep. Ambient exterior temperature, this lets us know, hey, you know, the driver is in the front seat, yet his seatbelt is off, so put your seatbelt on. Analog yet digital RPM gauge right over here, that lets us know that auto stop start is active. Park, reverse, neutral drive. So right now the P is big, so if I push forward like this, R gets big. Pull back like this, and I don't want to say it, but it gets bigger. Go back one more, go into N, the N gets bigger. Push P, push and P, we go into park. Right down here, that is our fuel range. Yeah, that's about it for the screen. Like I said, you got calm and navi. That is navi, so that lets us know where we are. I'm not gonna let you guys know where we are. But yeah, right over here, this is your windshield wiper stalk. So if I pull back, that washes the front windshield. But if I push forward on that stalk, it washes the back windshield. So, I mean, pretty easy stuff. But pulling this down, I got a vanity mirror with a vanity light. Same with my passenger. He's got a vanity mirror and a vanity light, and a nice spot you can set your registration, money, whatever you want to put. And you can do that the same on the driver's side as well. You got a frameless mirror right here with your universal garage door opener. This button right here turns on my LED driver light. Push that again, it turns it off. This turns on the passenger LED light. This turns on all the interior dome lights. All the interior lights turn on. Push that button again, they all turn off. SOS button, this lets us know if our passenger airbag is on or off. You guys see this little like rectangle thing? If I pull back on that, the panoramic sunroof will open up. We're not going to open it up all the way because it is very hot outside. So yeah, we'll close that here for a second. If you guys want the panoramic moonroof to tilt up like this, push right here and it will tilt up. If you guys want it to close, push on that again and it tilts back down. If you guys want your power shade to come all the way forward, just slide your finger across very gently and the power shade will come forward. Here's your mic pickup for your Bluetooth phone, another one for your passenger. Moving down to here, Harman Kardon sound system, like I said, comes with the ultimate trim level. Just below your Harman Kardon speaker, you will find your 9-inch Google infotainment screen with wired Apple CarPlay. This is basically like a Google tablet. You could think of it like that. This right here is your home button. So if I press on the home button, it brings me to the home screen. So you got Google Maps, Bluetooth player, Apple CarPlay, blah, blah, blah. If I go to this button right here that looks like 4 squares next to each other, that brings me to my, basically another screen. So Google Maps, Bluetooth media player, radio, Sirius XM, Google Play Books, phone, Apple CarPlay, Google Assistant, car status, air quality, Play Store, owner's manual. The button right next to your 4 squares looks like a camera, and that's exactly what it is. It brings up my front view camera. If I push this button right here in the center, it brings up my 360-degree view camera, and I can switch between my front camera. I can switch between my driver's side camera if I want, right there. I could switch between the passenger side camera or the rear view camera, and I can also turn the parking sensors on or off, as well as I can turn the rear auto brake on or off. This button right here where it says low, if I click on that, that brings me to my climate screen. If you guys want to pause your screen right now, you can see exactly what I can do on my climate screen. Right here, it looks like the driver's seat. Right here is the passenger seat. So if I click on the driver's seat, you will see I have 3 levels of adjustability for my heated steering wheel, which comes with the $750 climate package. That $750 climate package also includes those headlamp washers, as well as that heated steering wheel and heated rear seats. Click on that again, get a heated front seat as well as a ventilated front seat. So both the passenger and the driver both get ventilated front seats. But putting that back down, we go back into our screen, click on the home button, and it brings us to our home button. Moving down to here, this is my volume knob. This is to go back on a track, to go forward on a track, to play or pause a song. Rear window defroster, front window defroster, hazard button. You guys can see the hazard button blinks with the hazard lights, so that's kind of cool. This button right here does nothing. On other Volvos, if you click that, it drops the glove box. This one has a manual glove box. Opening that up, you have a good amount of storage space down in there. Beautiful wood trim that goes across your dash. Beautiful accented colored stitching. It looks like a leather wrapped dash, but I don't think that that's real leather, but it looks like real leather and it looks amazing. Heads up display. That heads up display does come with the Ultimate. So if you guys want all the features, you're gonna have to get the Ultimate. If you guys want to pay for the features and you get less features, then you can get the Plus. I recommend, if you don't really have that stringent of a budget, to get the Ultimate, because you get, like I said, all the bells and whistles. Right over here, this is your shift knob. So if I push forward, that puts me into reverse. Pull back once, goes into neutral. Pull back once again, puts me into drive. Pull back again, that puts me into manual mode. Push P, that puts me back into park. Get a little bit of storage space down in here. 12-volt power outlet right here. A spot to set whatever you want to right there. If I pull up on this, I can take this whole thing out and clean it. Right here, you can set your key. So if your key fob battery is dead, you set your key right there, and it will still start the vehicle. Like I said, twist this to the right, it'll start it. Twist this to the right again, it will kill the motor. Electronic parking brake right here. This is auto hold, so if you are in traffic and you're tired of holding the brake in place, actually, you know what, I'll show you how auto hold works. We'll put it in drive. So right now, if I let go of the brake, we start moving. If I come up to a stop again, I have the brake down and I push this button right here. I'm gonna let go of the brake and it's gonna hold me in place. If I want to get going again, all I got to do is press the accelerator. So all I'm doing is pressing the accelerator and we're moving again. Come back up to a stop and I push my foot just a little bit harder than I normally would, and it will hold me in place. If I do not want to have that hold me in place anymore, I can push this button again, and now if I let go of the brake pedal, it will let me do its thing. So if I come up to a stop again, it's not going to hold me in place. I can just move again. But go back into park. 2 cup holders right here. Opening this up, you have a decent amount of storage space down in here. 2 USB-C ports. Closing that, very nicely padded armrest. And like I said, this does have power folding side view mirrors. So if I press this L button and this R button at the same time, the power folding side view mirrors both fold in at the same time. If I push that again, they both fold out. Grab handle right here, grab handle right there. And a couple features that I wanted to read before we moved into those rear seats have to do with the Ultimate. So the Ultimate comes with adaptive cruise control, as well as a 360-degree view camera, Harman Kardon premium sound system, and I'm just highlighting some of the features. It has more than this. It comes up with that heads-up display, 4-zone climate control, and high-level interior illumination. I'll put exactly what the Ultimate comes with on screen. It will have been on screen here for a little bit while I've been reading about it. This XC60 also, like I said, does have the panoramic moonroof, and the interior is just very, very elegant yet simplistic. That's kind of the best way that I can describe it. The fit and finish is fantastic, and it looks super, super luxurious in my personal opinion. And for the price of this vehicle, which we'll get into right now, I'll throw up the window sticker on screen, I think it is definitely a bargain. But the MSRP of this particular XC60 is $59,670. And like I said, you get a lot for your money. You know, the interior looks like something like a BMW or a Mercedes or a mix of the two, but it also has its own little spin on it. So I can't say that it looks like a BMW or it looks like a Mercedes. It just looks as luxurious and or more luxurious than those two manufacturing brands. But I want to read over some safety and security features as well as some luxury and convenience features. So if you guys want to read along with me on the window sticker, you can go over to safety and security. This does have blind spot information system with steer assist and cross traffic alert with auto brake, pilot assist, driver assistance system with adaptive cruise control, collision avoidance featuring low and high speed collision mitigation that detects vehicles, pedestrians, cyclists, and large animals, run off-road protection and run off-road mitigation, lane departure warning with lane keeping aid, oncoming mitigation by braking, front, side, and curtain airbags with driver side knee airbag, whiplash protection system, also known as whips, in the front seats, rear park assist camera and front and rear park assist, power child lock, and it also locks those rear doors, and automatic braking after collision. Skip down to luxury and convenience, laminated panoramic moonroof with power sunshade, Napa leather upholstery seating surfaces, ventilated front seats, heated front seats, bright chrome bars in front grille with chrome window trim, integrated roof rails, power front seats and power front seat memory, and that includes power lumbar, cushion extension, and side support. This does have an air purifier, keyless entry and drive with illuminated door handles, front and rear park assist, does have that universal garage door opener, Tempa spare wheel including jack kit, 4-zone automatic climate control, body colored rear insert, and chrome bar. And you guys can pause your screen right now and go over the window sticker. But there is one thing that I wanted to show you guys in the front before we moved into those rear seats, and that has to do with the power front driver seat controls. So if I come over here and you see this little like circle thing with like this little nub on the end of it, so if I pull up on that nub, and you'll see it right here on screen, I pull up on that nub, it'll pop up on screen. And I can adjust this seat exactly the way I want it to. So if I want the bolstering to come closer to hold me in place better because I'm skinny, I can do that. If I'm a little thicker, I can get the bolstering to go outways, so I can get the seat to either come thinner or thicker. I can go into some other seat controls. So right here, this is my lumbar. I can go up, down, forward, and backward. So if I go like this, the lumbar support goes down, and you guys can see kind of that blue illumination on those arrows. So I can adjust it forward, backwards, up, and down. So you see the blue illumination, that's exactly where I'm adjusting. If I go down one more on that nub, I have this like little seat adjustment right here, and that is for my legs. So it highlights it right there. If I push forward on that, bring that back up. So if I go back down and I push forward on that, this thing comes out. You might be able to notice. And if I push backwards on it, it comes back in. See, like that? So yeah, you can get these seats pretty much exactly how you want them to be. These seats are very, very comfortable. I personally like the bolstering a little bit tighter on me, but I'm also skinny. I'm 140 pounds, 5'9", and these seats fit me very, very nicely. I adjusted myself exactly how I wanted to be adjusted. So I really like these seats. They're very, very comfortable and they're very adjustable. But let's move into those rear seats. Press that unlock button, and let's open up this rear door. Door panel looks pretty much the exact same as the front, except you do not have that Harman Kardon speaker surround, but you do have a lock button, aluminum door handle, automatic up and down rear window. But yeah, more of that beautiful amber leather, and definitely smaller storage at the bottom of this door panel. Take a look at these rear seats. Let me fold that up before I step in. So stepping in, I got a handle up top here, my LED passenger light right there, a spot to hold a suit. HVAC vent is right there, which I actually really prefer to have one right there as well as one right there. So it really, you know, it can actually get me to the temperature that I want to be in these rear seats instead of, actually, you know what, I'm gonna leave that door open for lighting's sake. So I can actually turn this off if I want to. I can also turn this one off if I want to, and this passenger side can do the exact same thing. Like I said, 4-zone climate control, so this person can have their own setting, this person can have their own temperature setting, and that person can have their own. So 4-zone climate control, this person, that person, that person, and me can all have our own temperature settings. Heated rear seats, like I said, this does have the climate package, so you do get heated rear seats with the climate package. Seat back pocket behind the driver's seat, seat back pocket behind the passenger seat over here. Opening this up, you have 2 more USB-C ports. Pulling this center fold down armrest down, you do have 2 cup holders, so one for the passenger side, one for the driver's side rear seating. Closing that, you just have a center fold down armrest in that amber leather. It's very nicely cushioned. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick it up, but very, very nicely cushioned. And let's take a seat. These rear seats are also very, very comfortable. I've got plenty of leg room, plenty of knee room. I am adjusted behind myself. I'm going to reiterate, I am 5'9". I've got plenty of headroom, plenty of knee room, plenty of leg room, and these seats are also just very, very comfortable. Nicely padded armrest on the door panel, nicely padded armrest right here on the center fold down armrest. Like I said, you can send some skis through here if you so desire. So yeah, very, very comfortable interior. These seats are very, very comfortable. The interior looks super, super elegant. I'm a big fan of just the color of these seats, and amber with the black just really come together and just look excellent in my personal opinion. But we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, so I will see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, guys, and now on to the driving portion of the review. And I never really start the video right here, but I always like think back after I already started here, or after I already started out there, and I'm like, man, I really should have started filming right here, because these speed bumps really tell a lot about a car's suspension. So a lot of cars really struggle kind of going over these speed bumps, but some of them, like this one in particular, really just soak up the bumps very, very well. And that's something that I talked about in pretty much all my other Volvo videos. It doesn't matter if you're getting an XC40, an S90, an XC60, they all ride very, very well, and they all absorb bumps very, very well. So let's take a right here. But that's just something to think about, because they really all do absorb bumps very, very well. I mean, sometimes you go over bumps and you're like, oh man, I'm about to get really beat up by this bump. And then you're like, oh, well, actually that wasn't so bad, because the suspension just really soaked it up very, very nicely. Another thing I wanted to say right off the bat, because I am now in my reviews trying to talk less in this part of the video. I'm just trying to get the majority or the brunt of the talking done at the beginning of this clip. So the power on this XC60 B5 is tremendous. I mean, it's got more than enough power for a daily driver. 6.5 seconds 0 to 60. I mean, I think that's definitely faster than, you know, most people need, but it's got like, it's like the, let's say it's the safe amount of power, because it's not too much power, but it's not too little power to where it's hard to merge onto highways. It's just got that perfect amount of power and just a little bit above the perfect amount of power. I know that might be like hard to make sense of. You're like, what is this kid saying? But no, that's the honest truth. It's got just a little bit more power than you need, but it's just like the right amount of power. Brake feel is great. I mean, definitely no issues there. This thing will stop on a dime, and if you like lightly brake, you can see that it's going like blue right there. Those are the regenerative brakes recharging that 48-volt mild hybrid system. These ventilated seats work very, very well. It says 102 degrees outside. I don't think it's 102, but I think it's like definitely upper 90s. It's very, very hot in the sunlight, and these ventilated seats keep my back from sweating. So like I said earlier when we were talking about the interior, these seats are very, very comfortable. You can basically adjust yourself to exactly where you want to be. So like I said, I brought the bolsters a little bit closer on me because I am skinnier, and I also have the spot for your legs. I also have that retracted to where I want it to be as well. So I'm very, very comfortable. I'm lower. I lowered myself down into the XC60. So I got a nice driving position. I like looking out this frameless mirror. It looks like I'm looking like out of a camera, almost like the rear view camera mirror. So yeah, very, very good visibility out of the XC60. And if you do have a blind spot, which you really don't, because you got a window here, a window there, and a window back there, so there's not really much of a blind spot. But if you do have a blind spot, you do have blind spot monitoring right there, and it lights up in red. Same for obviously on the driver's side as well. Steering is very, very light, so you don't have the greatest steering feel, but for a daily driver, you know, who really cares? You really care about like a steering feel if you're driving like a Mustang Mach 1 or a Corvette Z06 or a sports car or something like that. That's when you really want to have the steering feel. But on a daily driver, it's nice just to have a light steering feel, because it's just makes it very, very easy to drive. I didn't mention this, but visibility is great also out of the front, not just on the sides. I feel like I can see everything. It seems like the hood just goes straight down, so if I'm like trying to pull into a spot or whatever, I don't have like a super long hood that I gotta look over, and it's just very, very short. You can basically, when you're looking out the windshield, it's like you're looking straight forward and there's no hood. But if you do have a hard time seeing over the hood, which I don't know how you would, you press that camera button, click on the front camera, and it shows you exactly what's in front of you. You also do have those forward facing sensors. Harman Kardon sound system on this XC60 sounds fantastic, very crystal clear. It's got the perfect amount of bass, but you can also adjust the bass, you can adjust the treble, the mid-range, and all that kind of stuff in your settings. So if it's not to your liking, you can adjust it to where you want it to be. Very, very solid feeling SUV. I don't feel like this thing was very cheaply made. It feels like it's very, very solid, you know. The fit and finish is very, very good. So if I click on this kind of stuff, it's not just like creaking like crazy. It's just, like I said, the fit and finish is there. And you know, yeah, this is a $60,000 vehicle, but I think you get a lot in today's money for 59 or whatever, 59 and some change for this vehicle. I think it looks fantastic on the exterior. I think it looks fantastic on the interior. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes of me not talking and just letting the car speak for itself. And after I let the car speak for itself, then we'll do a 0 to 60 test, and that will be the end of the video. So here we go, POV drive. Do a little bit of an acceleration. Not sure if the camera is going to pick it up, but you do have the heads-up display right about there. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up though. Do a little mild acceleration. All right, guys, we have made it to our private test track. Now let's get to the 0 to 60. All I'm gonna do is take my foot off the brake and floor the throttle in 3, 2, 1, go. So I'd say that's a respectable 0 to 60 time in my personal opinion. Like I said, that's a 6.5 second 0 to 60, more than adequate for a daily driver. But that's going to conclude today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Like I said, all those likes and all those comments really help push my channel in the YouTube algorithm, and it really helps me grow. And also, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would hit that subscribe button. I am doing an LS swap to a 1987 Ford F-150, so if that's something you guys are interested in, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a new video. But like I said, that's it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.